Good morning. Today we're going to do November paper 2019 question 1. So this is what the interface looks like. The user is going to type in the surname only in the edit box and the start shopping button. They're going to generate a password. The first 3 characters of the surname joined to a random number from 1 to 1034, both included, and display it in a show message component. So in the question 1.1 start shopping button, we get a variable sname : string, and we say sname equals edt surname dot text. I think that's the name of the edit box. edt name dot text. Then we're going to get the first 3 characters of that surname. Is it the first 3 characters? Yes, and then a random number after it. Simple. So scode, I'm just making a variable there, scode equals copy from sname starting with 1, 3 characters, join that to int to string, random range 1,1035, not 4, 5 if you want to get the right random number. And then we show a message, the code, and that's that. Remember the random range, you have to have one more than the upper limit there. That's the lowest the number can be, and the highest number is 1034, therefore you have to add 1 to that second parameter of the random range function. Always remember that. You'll lose a mark if you don't do that properly. Next question. The user will choose a product from the radio group component named RGB choice, and they'll enter quantity in SCD quantity. Right, so they're going to choose one from one of those, and then the quantity. So I'm going to store those into strings. I mean the radio group choice, I'll use the items.item index. Unit prices are constants already declared, so you must use the constants. Display the results in the rich edit invoice in neat columns as shown in the output there. Okay, spacing has already been provided, and total amount due must be calculated using they're going to use more than one product, so we've got to calculate a total amount due. Calculated R grand total, we're going to use R grand total to increment a total amount due, and we'll display it in the rich edit. Let's have a look here. So if they choose 5 pens, then we'll multiply 5 times the pen constant. If they choose 20 pencils, then we'll say the quantity from the spin edit multiplied by the pencil constant, and we must calculate a total amount due, and we're going to use it later. R grand total, they're telling you to do it, so you must do it even though it's not displayed over here. We still have to calculate a grand total for each button click event. Right, so let's go and get our item. We have to actually display the product name, so we do need the actual item name from this radio group box here, so that was quite tricky. So I'm going to get a variable. Here's our constants right there, var s item string, and I quantity integer. Well, our quantity is easy. Our quantity equals SCD quantity dot value, and S item will be equal to what is the RGB? RGB choice dot items square brackets. You could use a case structure, but this is easier. That's RGB choice dot items square brackets RGB choice dot item index. This is easier than saying case RGB choice dot item index of. So you get the item straight there into the string, and then, well, I guess we're going to have to use case A because we're going to use HB pencil, ballpoint pen, and calculator. We have to choose which one did they actually choose. Alright, fine, but we have to use that as well. But we also have to get the item name. So case RGB choice dot item index of. If it's naught, then we'll multiply the I quantity by the you know, which one is the pencil? Pencil is naught, ballpoint pen is 1, and the calculator is 2. So we will have we have to have a real number, yeah, to calculate the money value or amount. So we'll say if it's naught, it's R amount equals I quantity times by pencil. Pencil is the first one, pencil, yes it is. Pencil. If it's 1, then R amount equals I quantity times by pen. Can you see I'm using the constants there? Pencil, pen, calculator. And if it's 2, then R amount equals I quantity times by calculator. And after we've done that, we've got to do our grand total, adding up our grand total. There it is, global variable. They told us to use it. So we're going to say our grand total equals the previous R grand total plus R amount. We then also have to go and display in the rich edit already invoice dot lines dot add. We're going to display the item name, S item will be good enough there, plus #9 plus what must look like, just the amount due, float to string F. We don't have to put headings in. R amount, comma FF currency, comma 8, comma 2, and close brackets. Now we don't have to put the headings in. The headings have been provided. These headings have these headings here, shopping details, product name, and amount due. They will be provided. As it says there, code to provide spacing display headings has been provided. Right, so that's that one. Now 1.3, verify card. Okay, now we're going to go up here to 1.3. There's it's actually called a masked edit, but you don't have to worry. It works just like an edit box. It's got those little lines so that you can't enter anything with the dashes, but the string will look like that. 4 numbers and a dash, and another 4 numbers and a dash, and another 4 numbers and a dash, and another 4 numbers. It'll have those in. That will be the string. It'll have the little dashes in it. So when you type in, you don't have to type where the dash is, but the dash will exist in the string. So EDT card is going to have that string. So let's go and get the string first. scard colon string, and we say scard equals EDT card dot text. Fine, we've got the big long string including all the dashes. You must take note of the numbering of the characters there. And it says we got to check that each of these digits inside there, that they are actually numbers from 0 to 9. And so you've got to separate. Basically, there's different ways of doing it. We've got to go test that they are that there must be no other characters which are not numbers in that card number. And if it's valid, so you're going to check the card to see that it has got numbers only. And then if it's valid, then we're going to set the font style of the button name that to bold font. If the card's invalid, we just display a suitable message. So we're going to do the style. Anyway, let's go and validate the card. First of all, we must remember that you've got those 4 X's to worry about. I'm going to get a spreadsheet out quickly. Should have done this before. Never mind. So now let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 space 1, 2, 3, 4 space 1, 2, 3, 4 space 1, 2, 3, 4. And it goes on actually. So that's actually quite hectic. If you have 4, 3, 4, 5, and then a little dash, and then oops. Looking for a calculation, and then another dash, and then a dash, and then another 4 digits. So this is what the string will look like. Yeah, it's quite long here. Can have noughts all the way to 9. Okay, so it'll have those numbers in, and we have to figure out a way of just isolating only the numbers. So if you're going to delete this dash, you must remember, let's say I delete the dash, okay? I'm going to delete the dash. All these numbers are going to move up. So if these are the character numbers here. So let's say I delete this one. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to copy this, I'll show you what it looks like. See what's happened. The position of the dash has moved on. So it's all very well to delete all the dashes, but you have to remember that the numbers are going to move up. So that's going to be a bit of a game, hey? So let's go and find the pos of the dash. Pos dash. Okay, pos dash equals pos of the little dash in the card. And so we're going to delete from this card, starting at pos dash and 1 character. And then we're going to do it the second time. Now this will work because you're deleting and then you're searching for it again. Then you're deleting and then you're searching for it again. And then the 4th time you're deleting. Let's see what happens when you do that. First time, second time we delete, this moves up here. And the 3rd time we delete, we're not deleting it. You're not deleting 4 times, you're only deleting 3 times. There's 3 dashes. So that should work fine. So we only delete 3 dashes. We're finding the pos of the dash and delete. Find the pos of the dash and delete. Then what do? We go through the whole S card and we go and check. I want to go through, yeah, we can go through each character at a time, or we can just say if pos, we can val the whole number as well. But what if it starts with a naught? So that's not going to be a good idea. We're going through a string one at a time. We can't do a val. We can't go and see if it can be converted to an integer because that's going to cause problems. So k equals 1, 2, length of s card. Now s card's got all the dashes deleted. So now all we have to do is worry about if any character has got a thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say be found Boolean data type, set the Boolean data type to true, to false. In fact, I should use a while loop then, hey, to stop as soon as we find one. Right, so while be found equals false, while be found equals false. I know there's many ways you can do this, but we can do it this way. And then we need a counter to go through each. Okay, I know. Yeah, we start at character number 1. If S card character number RNO is not in the set, we should say not. If not, S card character number RNO in the set of 0 dot dot 9. Take note, I have to put them in inverted commas, and I have to put the not and then brackets around the statement. S card RNO character number in the character 0 to the character number 9, the character number 0 to the character number 9. Then we'll say be found equals true. Okay, so after the while loop is ended, the while loop won't ever end if I don't go and increment RNO here. RNO must be incremented. That would be stupid if I don't do that. Hey. Then at the end I say if be found equals still false, which means we are fine, everything's good, all the numbers are digits from 0 to 9, and then we do an else part. If it's false, if be found is true, we found a mistake. If we found a mistake, if we didn't find a mistake, so in other words be found is false, then we have to do these things. I said set the font style of the button name to bold font. Okay, btn question 1 underscore 4 dot font. I know we can't say style. Or actually we can. Style square brackets fs bold equals true. Not sure if that works. We don't always use that very often. And then if the card number is invalid, then display a message. Okay. Right, otherwise we're going to show message. I'll show message. I didn't have to put begin and end here because I'm only doing one thing. We're going to run the program now and see. Show message invalid. Valid. Okay, let's run the program and see if my font.style fs bold equals true is actually a valid statement. And it is not. If we go and look at our button click, question 1 underscore 4, and you go to font, you don't actually have a style. Oh, you do, yeah. Font style fs bold and that should actually be it, but it's not right. Equals fs bold, sorry, equals fs bold. Okay, now whether or not that should be in square brackets remains to be seen. Right. Oh, I left a semicolon there when I shouldn't have had a semicolon. So there it is. Bit of trial and error. You see, you can actually get things right even if you haven't memorized it. It's not something we use very often, but there we go, it was tested. So font.style equals in square brackets FS bold. So now if you didn't know, now you know. And me too. Right, next one. Question 1.4. Proceed to check out. The total due for all products for customers will be displayed in the rich edit. So that grand total, yep, there it is. Formatted to currency in 2 decimal places. Right. It's basic. So the total due, that grand total that we calculated in that other button click, there we're using it now. So proceed to check out. Already invoice.lines.add. Lines.add. This is 3 marks. Add float to string F R grand total comma FF currency comma 8 comma 2. That's it. I run the program, make sure it's actually working. I'm sure it's working. Anyway, that's the end of that. You can try that by yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow.